Hey, Wrestle fans. You're listening to the Wednesday Night War podcast, episode 63, Dusty Impression. What's up, Warheads? Wednesday Night War podcast, episode 63, Christmas Eve. I'm DJ, here with Brett. Brett, how are you?
I am fantastic. It is Christmas Eve.
For now,
yeah,
I have a very sneaking suspicion we're gonna hit Christmas
something tells me
in the middle of this episode.
Yeah,
if I can use
middle.
my psychic abilities to predict that we will hit Christmas before this episode is over.
I like the over on that.
Okay.
I'm going to bet the over.
All right.
I don't know what the line is, but I'm betting the over.
Okay. I don't know
You
what
know
it
why?
means.
Because life's too short to bet the under.
All right. You should put that in your Twitter profile or something.
No, I stole that. That was jacked from somebody.
Oh.
Yeah, come on.
Okay. I don't know.
I'm not original at all.
I don't know. It's a good quote.
It is.
You can make it your own.
I don't want to do that.
Okay. Well, then don't.
I'm pretty sure it's already trademarked.
Well, welcome everyone. We had Christmas Eve dinner. We were both looking at some cookies.
Yo, Christmas Eve dinner was so good.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. It was so fucking good.
Good. And I got a couple cookies sitting here for us to because nothing's better than listening to a podcast and listening to two guys crunch on cookies.
I could hear like the chill going up Doug's spine right now.
Well, that makes me want to do it more.
Because I'm
I'm gonna go grab a second cookie. Like maybe I'll forego my beautiful Terry Funk cookie and eat both the Road Warriors.
Dude, like, I want to eat this Great Muda cookie, but
Yeah.
at the same time I don't because it's so fucking pretty.
It is.
But at the same time, like,
It
is a cookie.
That is the first one I did, and it is my crowning achievement.
It looks fantastic.
My favorite of all of them is the Muda.
Wow.
Is the Muda cookie.
See, that's good.
That I did. My favorite of all of them is actually the Duck the Road cookie. Because Michelle made that cookie of her own volition without any sort of threats or arm wringing by me.
Shout out to Michelle.
So that makes it my favorite cookie. But yeah, I made some wrestling cookies. I posted them. If you follow us on Twitter, you see my wrestling cookies. I had a lot of fun.
I had fun looking at them. I'm going to have fun eating them, too.
We did the main event of WrestleMania 3. We got Terry Funk and Muda. We got the Road Warriors. I did a man called Sting! And who else did I do? I don't even remember. Dusty.
Yeah.
I already said the Dusty.
I think that's all you
That's
did.
it? Okay, yeah, that's it. Right.
I think so.
Yeah, 8 of them. I did other regular cookies, but these are the wrestling cookies.
They're damn good.
So, I didn't make these cookies, but made other cookies. That's beside the point. We're here to talk wrestling. Let's talk some wrestling.
Let's do it.
Let's get through this. So, right up front, no dark. 1, because it's Christmas Eve. 2, because it's terrible usually.
Let's just say, yeah,
And 3, even though there was no TNA really to talk about this week, just some little things. I didn't feel like sacrificing my time Christmas week.
Why is my flashlight on my phone?
Because you're an old man.
I am. This is why people don't respect me.
It's true. One of the reasons. So, we are going to talk a little bit of news. Some news we'll talk sort of when it fits in with the show, but prior to that, we do want to talk about NXT's the WWE's developmental territory.
Yeah, not only do we have a developmental territory, we're going to have supposedly a developmental, two developmental, supposedly being headed by Gabe Sapolsky.
Great.
I don't know if this is going to be on television. Maybe this will be a network exclusive thing.
Yeah, that would be smart.
It would be smart.
Listen, I think at this point with the ratings that WWE is getting,
wow,
like you end up on like Nat Geo.
Listen, they had Randy Orton commit a murder.
It's true
on pay-per-view,
a fire murder,
and I'm sure I didn't look at the ratings for the next day because I don't really watch the Raw or anything anymore. But I'm sure it still sucked.
It was a fire. Well, it could have been that good because they're doing a Legends Raw to try and bring people back.
That's the panic button.
Yep, it's like somebody call Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
let's get that racist motherfucker back on TV. Get somebody send Ric Flair a bottle of Jack and let's get him on TV too. Can we pry him away from Conrad at the bar, from the bar stool next to Conrad at the bar?
At the Conradison?
Yeah.
Come on now.
I don't know who else they can even. There's no legends left.
Austin.
Well,
man, that made me sad.
It's really sad. You think would they call in Austin?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay.
I don't know who else.
Yeah.
Tatanka? What's Tatanka up to?
Oh my God, I would watch for sure.
See?
Yeah.
Let us handle the roster.
Right. Yes. Let us.
Okay.
Let us book your shows.
Let's get Terry out there.
Listen here, Vinny. Call me up. Well, yeah, I know you're looking for a head writer. I have none of the experience that you're looking for. But I can fake book wrestling from the comfort of my kitchen. In the middle of a torrential downpour and massive snow melt.
Yo, why is it raining so hard?
Insane.
What the fuck?
It's insane and it stresses me out. But Vince, call me up. I'll get Terry Funk as general manager. We'll get Hulk Hogan never on TV ever.
We'll get Terry
again.
Funk as NXT 2 champion.
Yes, right. Terry Funk will be NXT double golden NXT. Teach those kids how to actually work some shit here. Yeah. Couple punches in the pin. That's all he needs to do. What else does he need?
Honestly, that's it. Just call somebody a buck-tooth, banana-nosed bastard, and we're good to go.
We're good to go.
Print money.
Right. Have him do a loser leaves town match against Damian Priest. Put Damian Priest under in 3 minutes.
So, out of who on NXT do you think Terry Funk would most likely throw a chicken at?
Who would I? So I would most like to watch. So he threw a chicken at Dustin, and I love Dustin.
And that's why I didn't say who's the equivalent, because that's not possible.
That doesn't exist. I would the person I think who would react to it the best. I would like to see Terry Funk throw a chicken at Fandango.
Okay.
Maybe the tag team, maybe Breezango together.
See, I was gonna go. I'd like to see Terry throw a chicken at Everrise.
Okay. That is a good one. But side bet, I would like to see Terry put the chicken on his fist and for real punch Damian Priest in the face.
Okay. All of these are acceptable. I think.
Yeah.
What the hell? What are we doing sitting here?
And then
why are we not?
If at some
down
point
in Orlando
we can book a street fight where they end up in a horse stable and Terry doesn't get kicked by the horse this time, but Velveteen Dream gets kicked by the horse for real in the face or crotch. Or face and crotch.
I would say that.
2 horses.
I would say that, but I don't want Velveteen to share a screaming Terry
That's
Funk.
true. We don't want it. Okay, so just the horse.
Fucking ugh. Well,
not Terry's horse though. Rest in peace, Terry's horse.
Hey, Terry, how's your horse doing?
God bless you, Terry Funk.
There'll be more on that as that develops.
Terry Funk is not going to be on the NXT developmental show. It's very loose. I don't know why they need it. NXT's supposed to be developmental. That's the charm of it. But I guess there's some people that could use some polish before they even get to NXT now because NXT's on TV.
That's a fact.
Looking at you, Indy Hartwell. But anyway, that's it. There's a little bit more news, but we'll talk about that in a bit. But Brett, I have a question for you.
Oh boy, I don't like things when you.
Oh no, it's we probably should have talked about this before I turned on these microphones. My question is, so AEW was pushed past basketball after basketball, so they were not head to head this week.
No.
So I watched NXT first.
Yeah, you did.
Are we talking NXT first? We're going to talk AEW first. We're going to go chronological appearance. We're going to go the normal format of the show.
That's a good question. I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't care.
Let's just do like we normally do.
Okay, we'll do it like we normally do.
Yeah.
All right, that works.
Yeah.
So, like I said, no dark. Impact had a little TK and Tony Schiavone thing again. It was all right.
It was the worst of the one so far.
Yeah, but inviting TNA can have any wrestlers they want to come to Impact. Great.
Yeah.
That didn't happen this week. Spoiler.
This week was also taped for AEW.
Yeah, and they did do another little Kenny promo sort of thing in Impact, but nothing
said.
major.
No.
What an odd, like much of the booking in AEW and Impact. What an odd, weird situation they've worked themselves into. Without any sort of foresight, seeing that Impact didn't have a show this week. It was just the best of 2020.
They don't have a show next week either.
So what a really great idea to kick off a inter-promotional feud with your world champion
with 2 weeks of television and then followed just by
2 weeks off. Yeah, really fantastic idea. But that's it for that. Let's get into AEW Dynamite.
Yeah,
and all the happenings in there.
Yeah, let's do it. So this was a little bit of a late night Dynamite because the NBA is back and Giannis Antetokounmpo missed the second free throw with 0.4 seconds left. That would have tied the game, so this started on time.
All right. That's the first time I've ever heard his last name.
Yeah, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be good, right?
He's the MVP. He's a Greek freak.
Not if you're missing free throws or not.
Well, listen, he just signed like a $220 million deal.
And he's missing free throws.
He can do whatever he wants.
He's not miss free throws.
I don't know if one missed free throw is going to haunt him.
I can make a free throw.
So you're saying you want to challenge Giannis Antetokounmpo to a free throw contest?
I do, yeah.
All right.
Right there. If he listens.
Greek freak, yeah.
Let's go for it.
if you're listening,
Giannis. If you're listening, Giannis Dikembe Mutombo, me versus you, free throws, pal. Let's go.
Giannis Arvydas Sabonis, whatever the name is.
Yeah.
All right, so AEW's kicking off. First matchup we have is Chris Jericho.
A bad idea. Oh, sorry.
Chris Jericho and MJF going up against Top Flight.
Yeah. So, listen, before we get in the match, I want to kick this off. This is sort of a news thing.
This is an itch you need to scratch.
It is an itch I need to scratch really bad. And people on Twitter have already said the things I'm going to say, so I'm sorry that I'm going to sound repetitive. So, AEW, it was opening night of basketball. AEW got moved back. Hell of a lead-in for AEW.
Absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
Right. Best lead-in they've had. They put on a later show. The first match on the card opens, and it's the Jericho MJF versus Top Flight. And Top Flight looks really cool.
Yeah,
in the ring. They do a lot of cool stuff.
Every time I'm
Right.
more impressed with them by every match.
MJF, future star, big star, future champion in that company. You know, former guest of Rosie O'Donnell. I don't know if you saw that clip.
I've seen that.
And Chris Jericho. Now, out of the four guys in this match, Chris Jericho ended up trending today.
Yeah,
Thursday morning.
Yeah, and I didn't know about this until like around noon or 1 o'clock.
Yeah. So not for the right reasons. And got a lot of eyes. A lot of pro basketball players ended up watching. Apparently, they were leading the charge on social media. A lot of basketball fans talking about it. So Jericho got trending, and it wasn't good. Most of it was talks about his look, and we talk about it here. And I don't want to fat shame Chris Jericho. That's not, we talk about how he sort of let himself go, and he dug his own hole in that situation by making comments about other people constantly and doing really irresponsible things like going to perform a concert with Steel Panther.
Good move.
Good move, idiot. So, but they were like, what happened to Chris Jericho? Why doesn't he work out? Look at the size of him. Jericho really left the WWE to go to this knockoff WWE. That was a big thing. They're all like, what is this knockoff WWE? So I get the thought process. You sit back, you're like, we're gonna have all these eyes, and it's new eyes. This is what you want. You want to build the casual viewer base.
It's a huge opportunity for you.
AEW is surviving a lot on their hardcore base. They have a very big base of that, and that's great for them. But if you want to grow, you have to bring in the casual viewer. You have to bring in the people who wouldn't normally watch your product, who aren't that interested, who don't follow you because the Young Bucks are there, Kenny Omega is there. Somebody who wants to come and watch a casual wrestling show. And granted, nobody's doing that for WWE right now either. But so I get the thought process TK had of, we'll put Jericho on because everyone will recognize him, right? And I have a lot of money buried in Chris Jericho. And Jericho has a lot of cocaine and booze buried in himself, allegedly. I think it's a really bad idea because it got you the wrong attention. And you could have probably seen this. You probably could have been able to predict this. Jericho's a guy that does not look like his former self. He does not look good. He does not look that great in the ring. He's doing good on promos and stuff. He's not looking terrible in the ring. But even in this past year, it has been a huge drop-off in his ability. And again, he's 50 years old. And people compare him to Ken Shamrock. Ken Shamrock does steroids, allegedly. So that's an unfair comparison.
I don't know about
right. Ken Shamrock, I will also challenge you to a free throw competition.
This needs to fucking happen.
So, my problem with it is that this is where you put your stars of the future. This is where you put your person or your people that are different than the WWE, so that people see these guys and they're like, "Holy shit, what's going on?" This company is different than WWE. I got sick of them. I don't watch them. This is cooler. This is newer. Wrestling has changed. that's a good spot for. It's a great spot for Top Flight. It's a good spot for OC. It's not even a bad spot for MJF, but having Jericho in, just the name and the recognition alone has him overshadow these guys, and he doesn't look good. So it's just maybe they think too much of Jericho. Maybe they don't realize it yet. They don't realize it with Matt Hardy, so why not? But they got the wrong kind of attention, and were made a joke of. People aren't going to come back. You're not going to keep any of these casual viewers, and that's a shame. But this was a spot like. I could book this spot a million times over. I could just flip this card upside down, and it's much better. Even though the Young Bucks aren't new, they're way different than anything you can see on the WWE, and the Acclaimed are very popular. And I really like that Acclaimed music video.
Yay!
So open with that, show that, give people so they can go, "What's this?" instead of "What's that?" when they look at Chris Jericho.
And I agree with you 100% about the Acclaimed music video. Appeal to people of a younger generation.
Right. I personally, out of this whole card, if I could have picked a match to start off with, you get the best of both worlds. You get a guy with a great look who is entertaining in the ring, and a guy who is semi-recognizable from his time in the E, who is outstanding in the ring, flashy as hell, and a mean motherfucker. I would have done Butcher versus Pac right to start.
I agree.
Because Andy Williams looks like a goddamn maniac, so you're not changing that channel.
Yeah.
You see him, and he does his Russian knee thinger around the ring. You're like, who is this maniac that's dressed like Shinya Hashimoto? More on that later. Against Pac, who you may or may not recognize, but once he starts doing shit in the ring and he hits his finish, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's where I would have put that first. But you could have done a million other things. This was a card, and I know I'm going long on this, and we'll talk about all this stuff. But this was a card that didn't have OC in a match. You have all these eyes, and you're not going to put Orange Cassidy, easily your biggest star, the dude who's sold out his action figures in 3 hours, all this shit, and you just have him waving an ambulance on the card. Again, we'll get to that later. But it's a huge misstep. I think they're going to regret it. Maybe they'll see a bump in ratings next week. I don't think people are coming back. I think that Jericho made them look like a joke, and everybody's impression, not everybody, but a large portion of these newer audience, these newer people who have a lot of followers who are retweeting and talking about this stuff, their overall thing is Jericho looks terrible, and AEW is knockoff WWE, and that's not the reputation you want to have.
No,
Hurts the company.
I agree with you 100%. Even if you would have done Young Bucks Acclaimed at the beginning of the show.
It's something you can't see on WWE.
Yeah.
And whether or not I like that match, whether or not I like the Young Bucks, it's something you cannot see on other television. So, and with the Shaq thing, your goal is to bring in the basketball audience. And here was your first trial run at it. And what did you do? You screwed the pooch.
Yeah. I agree with you. The match itself, MJF and Jericho won in 11 minutes. I don't think there was any surprise there.
No.
Jericho looked just I can't even say a half step, a full step behind the top flight dudes.
He looks like an old man.
MJF hung with them fine, but yeah, he was definitely showing his age last night.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, but top flight's a ton of fun.
Yeah. I was very impressed with them again last night. They don't just do flips for the sake of it, I think.
Yeah.
It kind of, they incorporated it into their offense, which is what you should do. After the match, Jake Hager's got something to get off his chest. He said they had their intervention 2 weeks ago. Everyone's done their job except for Wardlow. Where is he? And they say, away for family business. This is our family and blah, blah, blah. And it says that Wardlow is an asset, but he's also an asshole.
Yeah.
And then says he's already made the match for, what is it, next week?
Yeah, or 2 weeks?
Yeah, Hager versus Wardlow. My initial reaction to this was, why are we doing this again?
Right.
Why?
Right. I was so confused because they didn't build this.
No, and
they teased it, but it's not a build.
And the whole thing was, they just reconciled. And Jericho's like, I'm not doing this again. Okay, well then why are you allowing this?
Let this boil over a little bit, and then it boils over, and then you have to address it. This Jake Hager forcing to address it is weird. It's not a marquee match. Neither of these guys have been built in this company. It's not going to bring people in. It's not something that people want to see. We all knew that Wardlow was going to split. They've been teasing it, but they haven't built it. You build. It boils over. You have the match. This is something you could have drug out for weeks again. And it's just one of those things where this company thinks they're building these things. It's like, no, you're not. You're hinting at these things. That's not a build. It's different.
Yeah.
Again, this doesn't put any asses in seats. Nobody's been itching for this match. It's just very, very weird. And it makes zero sense.
Yeah, and I tweeted it out last night, and somebody responded, "Oh, well," because I said, "Why is this happening?" And they're like, "Oh, Hager clearly said because he's not there." And I'm like, "Okay." And my response to him was, "Okay, then why didn't he say anything about Santana?"
Right.
Because Santana hasn't been there in weeks.
Right.
So if you want to play that game,
and that's the thing, like they're playing that game because they came out and said, Wardlow's away on for family reasons. Santana was away for a family reason.
Yeah.
So you're gonna bring that in, then let's bring it in all the way.
Yeah. We cut to a music video from The Acclaimed.
Hold on 1 second.
Oh, you're eating Terry Funk's leg.
I did, yeah.
It's the best leg you'll ever have in your mouth.
Delicious.
We go to a music video from The Acclaimed, who are just dissing the Bucks left and right.
That's all right by me.
I said, hey, if you want to do this every week, I'm not going to tell you no.
Yeah.
They even had like a little video with it too. I like these dudes. I don't know.
I like this music video a lot. I wasn't completely sold on these guys, but I like this part of it. I was like, all right, this is cool. This is funny. Like, it's produced well. It's an interesting little thing. I liked it.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. We're back. Tony's in the middle of the ring here, and out comes Sting. I'm not going to scream into the microphone. I promise. Sting's out there. Tony's asking him, how you feel to be back on TNT. Sting's talking, I'm full circle. Talks about this being the jungle, which makes me feel like he's planting the seeds for a Monty Brown debut. Please.
I mean, I wish, but
this is his Serengeti.
Yes.
Talks about how he helped build the jungle. Sting talks about how he wants to go back in time for a second.
Yes.
When he was just a kid looking for his break.
Yep.
And he's sitting in the back.
Out there blasting masters all over the place.
Blasted Masters?
Yeah. Wasn't he Master Blaster? No, he wasn't a Master Blaster. What was he?
That was Kevin Nash.
Yeah, what were him and, oh my God, what were him and Dingo Warrior called?
What were they called? Blade Runners.
Blade Runners, there you go. Sorry. Running blades. Take that back. They're out there running blades together.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Well, he was sitting in the back and he was watching matches with one of the greatest of all time, Dusty Rhodes, which immediately brought a smile to my face. I'm sure it brought a smile to your face.
Of course.
And then he remembers Dusty telling him, listen, baby.
Listen here.
Listen, Sting. We're going to put some color on your face. You're going to wear some tights and boots.
We'll put some color on them tights, baby.
You're going to glow in the dark, baby. And then we're going to put you with one of the greatest of all time. The Nature Boy. Ric Flair.
Ric Flair.
And then you're going to get funky like a monkey.
It's the best.
The whole time as soon as he started the impression, I was just hands in the air like,
right.
I feel vindicated.
Right. What a great segment. Again, I will call me a hypocrite for complaining about tapping into nostalgia and all that stuff that they overdo sometimes.
It's fucking Sting.
It's Sting. I love Sting. I love Sting almost as much as Adam Van loves Sting.
We all know how much he loves it.
How much he loves him. He talks about that Adam Van special all the time, and it just happens to be whenever Sting comes out. And I love Dusty Rhodes. So Sting doing Dusty Rhodes, which you and I do Dusty Rhodes all the time. My wife thinks that me talking like Dusty Rhodes is 80% of our marriage. It's not. It's probably more like 85% of our marriage.
That's right, baby.
That's right, Daddy. Listen here. And the Pizza Man, Americana Pizza Man. It was just such a fun little segment for me. I love Stinger. Every week Sting comes out, I get more hypes. I didn't think it was gonna happen, but like I kind of want him to have a match. Like I'm kind of excited to see him like mix it up a little bit. I know he's not. He ain't bumping. Listen, Sting, you ain't bumping daddy.
Listen, Sting. Well,
But-
did you? So I know you texted me this morning that he was on AEW's
I didn't
podcast.
listen. No.
I listened.
Okay.
And he was talking about how Tony Khan hit him up like about a year ago, and he said, "Listen, my contract's going to be up. We'll talk."
Okay.
And he pitched to Vince that he wanted to work a cinematic match with the Undertaker.
Right.
And Vince told him no.
Because Vince doesn't like money.
Had
anymore.
no interest.
Yeah.
So he signed with AEW.
I have no interest in it being with the Undertaker now, but Sting all the way.
Yeah. Well, I guess that's what he's going to be doing because he mentioned about some cinematic stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Why not? I mean, he can't do a ton of them, but him and Darby, it's Stinger.
Yeah, you're damn right. It's
I'm all there for it.
fucking Sting,
Yeah.
baby. So he starts saying and says, "All right, now let me talk about Darby Allin."
Yes.
Not so fast, my friend. Team Taz is in the building
Yep.
and says, Sting, I know it's very emotional, brother. Mm-hmm. I've known you for a long time,
Yeah.
and anybody that knows you knows that you're about Sting. And part of this is because of Tony building you up for years, and I'm sick of it. Because he's fucking Taz. Starks gets on the mic.
Hey, who's fucking Taz?
Well, nobody's fucking
Oh,
Taz.
okay.
Well, somebody had to.
Somebody probably. Hook's there.
Yeah.
At least
how do you think
once.
Hook got there? Starks gets on the mic, says they don't care about Sting's business with Cody or Darby. What they care about is Sting keeps putting his nose in their business. So Starks wants Sting to know that he's going to get hurt playing around in his jungle.
Right.
Taz said he's standing here with a bunch of hungry tigers, and they're about to bite his head off. The lights go out.
Yep.
The lights come back on. And there's Darby standing in the ring with Sting, which I thought was quite the visual.
Yeah. A little passing the torch, sort of, even more little deal.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
Taz says, I see what's happening. Sting's got a bat. You got a skateboard. We're not doing this.
Yeah.
And Brian Cage kind of lips off to Taz a little bit, saying, I'm ready. I want him now.
Right.
Taz going, no.
Yeah.
So hopefully Cage gets jumped out of Team
Yeah,
Taz.
listen here, Brian Cage. If you listen, I know you listen. How you doing? You're the least interesting member of Team Taz, of Taz's Maniacs.
By far.
Maybe just zip it a little bit. Just zip it.
Team-
Because if we're getting a cinematic match that Taz can be involved in too,
Oh, my God.
yeah. So
Oh.
like somebody hits the open button on the microwave and there he is. And he's like, ah,
Get out of my house.
this is my house.
It's mine now. This is the house that Taz built.
No, it's not. That house would be much shorter because he doesn't have to have as much clearance for the doorways.
Go to your room.
That I might that I might do.
You son of a bitch. Darby and Sting just kind of stare at each other, and we go to commercial. And I thought that visual of them, it was cool, man. Just seeing them like that, it was awesome. We come back from the break, and MJF has a heart-to-heart with Santana and says, Santana's had some loss. MJF talks about his grandfather just passing away recently, which that did happen. Santana just gets up, tells him to keep his head up. But he said, listen, always keep your head up. And then Ortiz shook his hand. So, I don't know.
It was a good little segment.
Yeah.
I mean, MJF is definitely going to...
He's going to fuck him.
He's going to
Eventually, yeah.
Of course.
Next match, we have the Dark Order, the team of 5, 10, and Colt Cabana.
Yeah, this was like somebody forgot to not put this on Dark. I don't understand.
Yeah, going up against Jurassic Express. It went like 10 minutes. Jurassic Express won. I didn't necessarily care about this at all.
No, not even a little.
Like, the match was okay, but
yeah, it's an AEW Dark level match. It's the Jurassic Express who have been getting no love, rightfully so or not, and the members of the Dark Order that do basically nothing.
yeah, it was certainly strange.
Yeah, very weird.
Tony goes in the ring to talk to Jurassic Express.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, Tully comes up on the big screen with FTR in the background. And Tully says that, they were the best tag team this year. Mm-hmm. They hold up their symbol of excellence, which is the shocker.
Yeah, very weird.
He calls them Jurassic Park as well.
Did he do that on purpose?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was definitely on purpose.
All right. I was like, oh, Tully, you old.
It just tells them you have 2 weeks to prepare. It used to be business, now it's personal. They want their titles back. And he tells Marco, specifically tells Marco, that if you put your nose in my business, I may have to have a flashback to the 80s.
Listen, you want to give me Tully Blanchard versus Margot Stunt?
Tully Blanchard, baby.
Tully Blanchard, listen here. You're going to go out there, you're going to wrestle Margot Stunt. He's a little guy. He may be a little too small.
Dude, Titty Blanchard versus Marco Stunt.
On there.
Why not, man?
Listen, Margot weighs like what, $120?
Yeah.
Tully can hit a springboard. The bounce, the top ropes,
slingshot suplex.
Sorry, slingshot suplex on him. That's easy. Come on.
Absolutely.
If Arn can still spine bust the Undertaker,
all I really took from this was, hey Tully, you should just do the talking for these two.
Yeah.
Don't let them talk.
Yeah.
Just you speak.
Well, and he's got one less person to talk for later. Ooh. Ugh. Who can that be?
Oh, God. Alex Marvez finds Kenny Omega and Don Callis at the hotel.
Yeah.
Callis says, you're kind of creepy, but I guess since you're here, I just want to get something on my chest.
Sure.
Talks about 30 years in the big business. Wrestlers aren't supposed to make the matches, and Tony Khan, like you're a mark, and talks about Pac or whatever. And then Kenny says, talks about Phoenix. Says, like, yeah, you're one of the best, but, like, I'm going to have to send you back to AAA. Or he says, yeah, I'm going to, like, finish you in AEW. Hey, Don, do you want to take him back?
Yeah.
Kyle's like, no, he's a little injury prone. And he goes, oh, maybe I'll hit up K-Dog then. Oh. And you can go back to AAA and rot away there. Yeah, I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
No, Kenny's jacket was awful.
Yeah. Kenny needs someone to rein in his promos because, like, he gets a little too weird and dorky. And just
when he started, like, the whole, like, ring, like,
yeah.
Dude, enough. Mm-hmm. That's just weird.
He's not as charming as he thinks he is.
Yeah, it was odd. Next match, we have Big Butch.
Yes.
Going up against the Bastard, Pac. Mm-hmm. I was looking forward to this the most out of the matches that got announced, because I love both of these two.
Yeah.
And it goes a little over 11 minutes. Mm-hmm. Pac ends up getting the W.
Of course.
Ending was a little weird.
Yeah.
Butcher had him beaten up. Was just kind of holding him there forever because I think Lance Archer missed his cue.
Yeah.
Because Eddie Kingston was on commentary. So he comes and chases Kingston. Butcher gets distracted. Mm-hmm. Ends up getting taken out by the Black. I think he calls it the Black Arrow now.
Yeah.
The match itself, though, god damn.
I really liked it.
I love Butch.
Me too. Great look. Kingston on commentary saying, yelling for Butch to slow the match down because he's like, remember, you've been watching Stan Hansen tapes.
Yep.
Butch dressed like Shinya Hashimoto.
Yeah.
With the with the flag hanging, the red belt with the flag hanging off of it. It had to be Shinya, especially knowing Eddie Kingston's loving of that era of professional wrestling. I mean, these two guys are great. This is the match I wanted out of both of them. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, I saw Butch getting a lot of love last night.
Yeah.
He was getting a lot of love, which made me very happy because we love Butch.
We do.
That's for sure. But don't take anything away from Pac because that guy is fucking great.
Yeah, no, it was all really good. Again, I would have put this on first. The two guys that can go, they're building this the right way. Pac's going to fight every single one of them, and then maybe Kingston, because I don't know what the hell Archer's doing. Like, Archer wants to fight Kingston.
Yeah, and they go into the ring, like, after the match, and Archer's in there with Pac and Penta, and Eddie's back on commentary saying, Lance, like, you're never going to get me because you're too worried about them.
Yeah.
And then, I don't know. It's just... It's like two feuds mixed into one, and I don't know. It's
and not
strange.
Not in a good way where like Eddie Kingston's feuding with Tony Schiavone. on commentary.
I love every time he shits on Schiavone all the time. It's so fun.
But he loves JR, so he was like, Tony Schiavone, what's up? He's like, JR, you're my boy. You keep being the best. Tony Schiavone, you shut up.
Yeah.
So that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But,
we go backstage to Jade.
Yes.
That's her name, right? Jade?
Yes, Jade Cargill, which they seem to have dropped her last name.
Must be Vince working here.
Yep.
They talk about Brandy saying, oh, motherhood's great, but how convenient that I come around and you get pregnant.
Okay.
Which was like, okay.
Yeah. How convenient I get hired by the company and Cody starts going raw dog. All right.
Holy shit. Jesus.
Just saying.
Oh my God. Shaq, she says, Shaq's called out Cody. I've called out Brandy. So what's next? Find me a worthy opponent because I'm getting sick of this shit.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
For as far as I know, she just started training to wrestle, so I don't know what that is. But
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they should throw her on Dark.
yeah, they probably should.
Yeah. We go to Miro and Kip and Penelope with Schiavone.
Yeah.
And said that, we have the wedding date.
Great.
And all of a sudden, best friends music hits, and they look like they're ready to fight. Then they start laughing. As the video goes to the back of Trent being put into an ambulance, back there with Chuck and OC, because unfortunately, Trent in the real world, he said today, I tore my pec.
That sucks.
So I'm going to be out a while. It's awful.
Yep.
That sucks. Hope that dude recovers. They carried that company through a rough time this year.
They definitely did.
So, man, it sucks. They announced that their wedding is going to be on February 3rd at an AEW Dynamite entitled Beach Break.
Yeah, nothing like a February beach wedding.
Yeah, nothing like Orange Cassidy's one finishing move being the name. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. I still don't give a fuck. Next match we have is Dustin.
Yes.
Going up against Evil Uno.
In some revenge for that 7 remark.
You're damn right. Before the bell, Uno slaps the shit out of Dustin.
Yeah.
And it's on, baby. It goes about 8 minutes. Dustin gets the win. No surprise again.
Right.
Dustin's fucking good.
He's really good. Dustin is very, he's had a long time at it. But he's very good.
He's awesome. After the match, Evil Uno is just like asking Dustin to shake his hand. Dustin instead kicks him in the face, which means Stu Grayson jumps in and starts beating the shit out of him.
Yes.
Which then means QT Marshall moseys his way on down to the ring.
Yeah.
He jumps them. Stagger Lee Marshall, springboard drop kick.
Yep.
And Uno and Grayson hightail it.
Sure.
And this will not be done, I'm sure.
I like that Dustin is using the Bulldog as a finish.
Yeah. It's a classic finish, and because he's a classic man.
Yes. It's a 5-star man.
Well, speaking of things that need to be finished, we go backstage to Shawn Spears.
Yep.
Oh, God. He asked Schiavone, hey, why'd you leave the wrestling business after 15 years? And Schiavone's like, yeah, I was burned out.
Right.
He talks about glass ceilings, and I'm better than the roster. I look better. I talk better. I work better. Says, I didn't need this little black glove, and like tosses it. I dug myself out of the hole that Cody and Tony Khan put me in. And
Yeah.
I love Schiavone just goes, hey, you ever think the issue's you, dipshit? Like, you ever think you're the problem? To which Spears says, yeah, I thought about it, but I'm not. I
thought about maybe I was the problem. It turns out now everyone else.
Turns out I'm actually not.
Yeah.
Oh God.
He's terrible.
What a fucking waste.
He is the Brandy Rhodes of the men's division, meaning that he's in the company because he's attached at the hip to Cody. He's get a million gimmicks that don't ever get over. This man couldn't get over with Tully Blanchard as his manager because he threw the glove away in this one. Like he's all done with that. This is his like third or fourth restart in this company.
Oh, it's so bad.
He stinks. He stinks, and he's a problem.
Yeah, and everybody on Twitter last night was just like, "This is like fuck this shit."
He's never gonna get over. Like,
just go away.
Just go wrestle on ice rinks right before the intermission, so you can sell your gimmicks at intermission and go home.
Yeah, because it was pretty bad.
Yeah, not good.
We go to another spot backstage, and Dasha's with Hikaru Shida.
Yes.
And she says, "Oh, you're about to face Alex Gracia, but Abaddon has been like, you have your issues with her."
Yes.
Before Shida can answer, Abaddon like attacks her, hits her maybe once or twice.
Yeah.
They have like a real bad pull apart where Michael Nakazawa grabs Shida.
Very weird.
And only one ref grabs Abaddon. Then they just look at each other and Shida makes her entrance. I was like, what was the point of that?
There is no point.
That was so stupid.
No, much like the rest of their women's division, they do not know how to book it.
But I was just like, what are we doing? Like, that was so awkward. We have the next match, Shida versus Alexa or Alex Gracia, whatever her name is. Goes like 3.5 minutes. It's a squash, bro. Shida wins.
Yep.
During the match on the outside, Abaddon shows up and Shida bashes her around and smacks her head off the rail.
Yes.
And then after the match, Shida goes and grabs her Singapore cane and is like poking at Abaddon to be like, oh, she's still alive? Well, she is. Surprise.
Right.
Abaddon beats her up. And then Abaddon pulls Shida's neck back and bites her.
Yes.
Bites her on the neck.
For real.
Yeah, it was real.
It was real.
Watching her Shayna Baszler tapes. Mm-hmm. Can you believe that Shayna Baszler thing was this year?
Was it really?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure it was. But yeah, that was certainly a thing that happened.
It was. It happened like the right before the last half hour of the show.
Yep.
They're building it. I like the match. But I don't think you need to take it to a biting.
It was indeed a biting.
But they did.
Oh God. I don't know. They fumbled this fucking division so bad.
Yes, they did.
Main event time we have for the AEW World Tag Team Champions, Chip. The Acclaimed, the challengers going up against the champions, the Young Bucks.
So I have a confession.
You're no fool.
I fell asleep.
Someone give the best of you. The best.
I didn't see this match.
You didn't watch it at all?
Nope.
Did you go back and watch it?
Nope. I was gonna text you and ask if I should to watch it today.
How?
And then I forgot.
Dare you, sir.
And then I was like, "It's a Young Bucks match. You can just talk about it."
How dare you?
I think I might have saw the entrance. Sorry.
So disappointed in you.
I know.
Well, you missed a 15-minute match.
Okay.
The Acclaimed gets the win there. The new tag team champions.
Okay.
I mean, that didn't happen at all. The Young Bucks totally won.
Okay.
You're so distracted by right now. Yeah, Young Bucks won. It was okay. Typical weird Young Bucks shit where one of them has one of the Acclaimed and the Sharpshooter in the ring. One has one of the Acclaimed and the Sharpshooter outside of the ring. I don't know.
Wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. It was very weird.
Okay.
It was okay. I don't know. I don't care for the Young Bucks. If you do, cool.
Right.
Me, I just don't.
That's our Young Bucks disclaimer. We should have that before every show.
Listen, if you like them, great. Good on you. Yeah. But I do not.
Yeah, not going to happen here.
Yeah, it was all right. I just feel bad for the Acclaimed.
Yeah.
Because what do you do with them now?
Nothing.
I mean,
back to Dark.
You just put them. Yeah, you put them back down on Dark.
Right.
It's just.
Same. Top Flight did it, and then they wrestled Chris Jericho, and then they're probably going to be gone. They just bury new talent. Don't build them up. Give them a title shot that they're going to lose immediately, and then where do they go? Nowhere.
Like, it just feels like in that situation, it's so rushed.
Yeah.
Like, God, we don't need to have them having a tag team title match.
No.
You could have built them up with just doing these videos on people. Like, that would have been great.
Yeah.
You don't need to immediately give them a tag title match and then just have them lose.
No.
Like that, it just sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah,
kind of why I didn't go back.
I mean, that's all right.
Felt
buddy.
I didn't need to.
Well, that's all right. I get my one freebie then in the future.
Okay.
So,
whatever.
yeah. Well, that was the end of Dynamite. Let's hop on over to the USA Network.
Ooh, hop on over.
Yeah, because they
hop back over because we were at the. This was first. But.
Yeah, and see, I had to do them in reverse order this week because I had some family shit last night. Yeah. So I watched Dynamite first, and then I watched NXT real late.
Okay.
So we're gonna get into it. NXT Tag Team Championship Street Fight. The champs Danny Burch and Oney Lorcan defending against the challengers Drake Maverick and Killian Dane.
Yes.
So the match goes about 15 minutes, so a little over 15 minutes. Burch and Lorcan retained their titles. No surprise. Good on Maverick and Dane for wearing jeans.
Mm-hmm.
Proud of them with the knee pads over the jeans.
Only Maverick.
No, Dane. Oh yeah, Dane.
Dane's
never does.
Inside.
Yeah, Dane never does.
Yeah, I love that guy, but that's a wrong choice.
Call him what you want to call him.
It's a wrong choice.
They're gonna call him a coward.
No.
Match itself was okay. I thought it was decent.
Yeah, I liked it. I wish Dane and Maverick won. I think there was a couple good spots in this match where they could have done that. I think Burch and Lorcan as tag champs was a thing to help serve War Games, and that was it. They're not entertaining or convincing otherwise.
Boy, you've changed your tune on them.
Yeah. I still like Burch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because you have changed your tune,
yeah,
sir.
I'm still entertained by them. Like, I still like watching some of their stuff, but in this position, I don't like them.
Okay.
I think they're a good mid-card sort of filler, fight on the way to the titles thing. But as champions, I don't buy it. They don't bring enough to that table. They don't have that extra thing.
I'll give you that. I'll give you that.
So, but I did like this match. I thought they did some fun stuff, and I thought that the spot where you thought Maverick was done for and he hit a couple crotch shots, I thought it was a really good little segment there.
Yeah.
A little spot in the match. But, yeah.
Okay, it's a street fight. All bets are off.
Right.
Let's just do this.
But I love Dane, man. I'll always love that guy. I wish they would just, let him loose and being the monster that he can be. And you saw it a little bit in this match, but not as much as I would have hoped.
Yeah, I don't think they'll ever do it with him. But,
no.
But we'll see.
No.
Next segment we have is the Gargano family. Fuck no, they're called The Way now.
The
right?
Way,
Oh,
yes.
God.
Yes, this is The Way. The Way to Festive Cheer is, I believe, what it was.
Yeah. We'd have no Elf on a Shelf, but we do have Gargano on a piano.
Okay.
Which I kind of enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Candice say they want their kids to open their gifts. The kids are Indy Hartwell and redacted scumbag.
Yeah.
They scold the redacted one because he says "No way, Jose."
Yes.
And Gargano's like, we don't talk about that name around here.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of surprising that they actually did it.
Yeah.
And we'll be going throughout the night. That was just the first part of this.
They've been doing these a lot, like a lot of this sort of thing where it's segments cut out through the night.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
It's true. We get a look back at Kyle O'Reilly and Balor from their amazing match at TakeOver 31.
Yeah.
They just talk about the match, and O'Reilly's like, I'm getting kind of pissed off watching this. And he's like, oh, there's the moment where I broke your jaw.
It was a very long segment.
Yeah, it was. I get why they did it.
Yeah.
I have no problem with them doing it, but it was long. We go backstage. Malcolm Bivens standing there with Tyler Rust. Tyler Rust. Tyler, I have to remember that. Bivens just puts him over and says that he is not a rookie, but a diamond in the rust.
Yeah.
And then
not great.
hilariously gently puts out his fist for a fist bump after Tyler Rust destroyed his hand last week.
Yes.
And broke every bone.
Was that last week?
I believe so, yeah.
Whew. Feels like forever ago.
Broke every bone in Bivens' hand.
It's true. It's true. Good
Next,
to see Bivens back on TV.
I love Bivens. That guy should have been on TV forever. Yeah, he got fucked by that one idiot, but hey. Next match we have Isaiah Swerve Scott, the newly cocky Isaiah Swerve Scott, going up against Jake Atlas.
Without an entrance, Jake Atlas.
Yeah, good old jobber entrance, Jake.
Yep.
That's who he is now. Swerve ends up getting the win. It was like 10.5 minutes.
Yeah.
They were like in the ropes, and Swerve kind of threw the headbutt back at him, and then
Yeah.
he hit his finisher.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Oh, this thing sucked, man. You can say it. This is a pile of dog shit.
I didn't think it was good.
It got a little better after the commercial break where they picked up the pace for like 2 or 3 moves and then right back into garbage. The strikes were awful. These guys have had good matches against each other and against other people. And like now Swerve is like cocky heel. This sucked. This was a bad match.
Yeah, and after the match, he's like, "Oh, you don't want to shake my hand now?"
Yeah.
Like, and Atlas just ran away. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
It's real dumb. I am fully off the Shane Strickland Swerve train. Not that I was completely on it. I was sort of on it, but waiting to see when I could get what stop I can jump off at. This is the one. I'm done. I don't get
You
it.
hit your stop. You
I don't get it.
deboarded the train.
This stunk. I don't get it. No interest. The character is bad. It was never a defined character anyway. And for as good as he was as a prospect and in the ring in the Indies, I don't know if they're not letting him do it or if he doesn't want to do it. But he hasn't been impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I also don't think he's been given much to work with.
Well, but you got to go out and make it for yourself. And your in ring should be way better.
I mean, I do agree with that.
So him and Atlas have had better matches than this. But this actively stunk.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. Adam Cole and Roddy are interviewed in the back about their confidence with Kyle O'Reilly.
Yeah.
A scumbag jumped on the screen, so I fast forwarded through it because I didn't need to watch it this week.
I didn't get to fast forward through this stuff because I was watching it live. I could not have been more upset when that happened. I was like, oh, okay.
I saw it was at one point Cole smacked him.
Yeah. But I was like, I'm good. I don't care. I'm out. I don't need this.
I'm out.
I don't need this in any capacity.
Not at all.
But the premise, he was like this and this, and what's your boy O'Reilly, blah blah blah, and Cole's like, there's no leader in the Undisputed Era. We're a unit, and blah blah blah, but I'll kick your ass, smack, blah blah blah. No, I don't care.
Yeah, get it off my TV,
Yep.
please.
Absolutely.
Timothy Thatcher cuts a promo on Ciampa.
Yeah. Where he admits he's going to take liberties with the smaller
like, what
people.
the fuck, man?
He actually straight up says,
I
I'm
know,
going to take liberties with Leon Ruff.
I'm going to take liberties with him. So,
I've been saying, teasing for a while that this is like
years.
for years that this is like Thatcher takes advantage of his students, and now he's just straight up.
That's confirmed.
Yeah, straight up, I'm taking advantage of students.
Absolutely confirmed. Next match we have Dakota Kai going up against Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
With the stip that Raquel has barred from ringside, which I guess happened on Twitter this week.
Okay.
So sure thing. Build things on Twitter. That's what we do now. Rhea wins in like 11.5 minutes. Mm-hmm. I thought it was fucking really good.
I liked it, but Ripley was working heel in this match. It confused the shit out of me.
See, I don't know, man. I feel like it's hard to be like giant babyface.
Sure.
It's just hard.
Sure.
And like with her character too, because she's like the badass who doesn't take any shit.
Yeah.
And the anti-hero.
But the post-match beating up or mid-match, whatever it was, beating up of the smaller person, and then like dangling her in front. So Raquel came out to the top of the apron. She couldn't come down the ringside.
Yeah, that was like towards the end of the match.
Yeah, and then dangling like the beaten up Dakota Kai at her, going, "Come get your friend. Why don't you care about your friend? Come get your friend before I hurt her." And it's like, that's heel. You crossed over into heel territory.
Yeah.
It bothers me.
What's a heel and a face anymore?
It doesn't
matter.
It does matter.
It does matter, but
huge.
It doesn't matter at the same time. No, I thought it was really good.
But it was good.
Dakota's great. Mm-hmm. I love Dakota so much.
Yeah.
I hope she gets a run with the belt eventually because she deserves it.
Yeah.
Raquel comes down to the ring after the match. They face off. They throw
big old
punches.
brouhaha.
Big pull apart. Pier 6 brawl. Harris has frass. We go back to the Garganos. Mm-hmm. Indy opens her gift and it's a PS5, but it's only a box because Johnny's like, yeah, sorry, I that's mine.
Yeah.
And says, you know what? I'm going to give you the real gift at all, and now you're going to get the family name.
Yep.
So her name is Indy Wrestling.
Yes.
Get it?
I thought it was funny. It's colossally stupid, but I thought it was funny.
Indy Wrestling.
Yes.
Get it? Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah, no, I get it. I thought it was kind of funny.
That's...
listen, Indy stinks.
It just...
But whatever. That was funny.
What I thought was funny was the fucking camera cut from this segment to Toni Storm getting interviewed. Wearing her fucking, like, gigantic, like, Glenn Close fucking Sherpa, like, and her goddamn, I don't know what kind of hat that was.
Okay.
Her Mick Mars hat. Does Mick Mars wear that hat?
Mick Mars did wear a hat, and he's a robot, so...
It was just such an awkward cut. Like, I don't know, just went right to her, I'm like, what the fuck? She talks about EO and says that, she beat EO for the Mae Young Classic, and EO is shook.
Yeah.
More on that later. We get another Xia Li training video.
We do.
She's just throwing shots.
Yeah, I'm in on this one.
Bo is getting beat up by a Singapore cane again.
Yep. But they're acting tough about it. They're not screaming and crying anymore. They've been hardened.
Maybe it's Thatcher taking liberties with them too. Maybe he's the one training them.
They're hardened murder killers.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then Xia just beats up Bo again.
Sure. Toughen them up.
I mean, it's still weird as fuck.
Listen, if this is where you're going to give me the Xia Li as a murder striker that I've wanted forever, I'll take it.
The true shooter, she's back.
It's true, she's back.
She lost herself for a bit.
She did. She lost her smile.
And now, oh, God. Next match we have is Cousin Tahuti.
Poor Cousin Tahuti.
Dude, I thought the same thing. Yeah. Like, man, they gave him like a push for like a week, and then he just disappeared. Yeah. Going up against the returning Bronson Reed.
Yep.
Bronson whoops that ass in a minute.
Yeah.
Glad to see Bronson back. I hope they have him wrestle like a big guy.
I hope they take the lizard off his jacket.
Dude, yo.
Rick Steiner, he is not. Do not have.
See, so like my mind immediately went to like, oh, this is like Muda jacket with the dragon head, but not good.
Not great.
But it just looks like a dollar store iguana toy that you have.
It was real bad.
Like super glued to your jacket.
It looked like it was a knockoff, like dollar store toy from the Matthew Broderick Godzilla movie.
Oh my God!
Like
what a hunk of shit.
It was bad. And then I don't like his mullet.
Man, come on.
I mean, I'm really glad to see him. I think I like that
There's no such thing as a bad mullet.
I like that they kept his moves simple and powerful. I like his finish as the big splash. I think that's impressive enough. He doesn't have to do a lot of the bigger things that we've seen what he can do. But I don't like the mullet or the lizard. I can do without both.
Get rid of the lizard.
Yeah, at minimum, get rid of the... I can forgive the mullet, get rid of the lizard. Please.
You are no lizard man, that is for sure.
No. Unless he has a real lizard in a bag that he can bring down the ring with him.
God damn it.
But like, it's not like any sort of impressive lizard. Like, he just has this bag, and he's like, here, I'm bringing my lizard.
It's like a bearded dragon.
And it's just... and then he just feeds it grubs, like, mid-match because it gets hungry. Like, there's no way it's going to actually hurt anybody.
He's the lizard man of World Wrestling Entertainment.
Yes, exactly.
We go to Io Shirai running away from the one backstage announcer and yelling at somebody to hit my fucking music or whatever. She gets a chair. She sits in the middle of the ring, calls out Toni Storm. Tony's music hits, but the returning from her brief stint in Retribution.
Yeah.
Mercedes
Which
Martinez.
we're not supposed to know about.
Yeah, no,
it
she
wasn't
totally
her.
wasn't her.
Yeah.
Mercedes Martinez jumps her from behind and chokes her, and then gives her the Death Valley Driver, and then literally throws her through like the bottom of the table.
Yeah.
So Mercedes Martinez is back. All right,
Okay.
I'll go with it.
Yeah.
It's a new challenger for EO.
I always like watching her wrestle.
Yeah,
So that's fine.
it's just you were in Retribution.
Yes.
I don't think she was there long enough to get a name though.
No, she didn't have a name. They
No.
named the day they announced she left was the day they gave Mia Yim her name.
Good, she avoided being corkscrew. We go back to
It's somehow spelled with a Y.
yeah.
though.
Like SKREW. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god. Fuck, that sucks. More Gargano Christmas shit. Candice gets a rusted up piece of Shotzi's
Yeah.
tank, which Gargano said he spent 17 hours in a junkyard searching for. And they try to take a family photo, but it doesn't work. Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one wasn't one of their shining achievements.
Yeah. Next match, Leon Ruff, Tim Thatcher.
Yeah.
Tim immediately just starts beating the shit out of him, which you knew that was going to happen.
Right.
Oh, God, hold on. I lost my train of thought. Now I know why I lost my train of thought. Because I definitely was falling asleep during this match.
Oh, were you?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, this was also, super late.
Okay.
So,
All right.
That's my excuse.
Okay.
You have no
That's
excuse,
fine.
damn
Well,
it.
you missed a 5-star match, so
I'm sure I did.
you did absolutely. I give this 5 stars all the
Yeah,
way.
because I saw what Leon Ruff won with the inside cradle,
Yep.
didn't he?
Yep.
Good for him.
Plus 3 stars, 2-star match already, 5 stars. Dude scale trademark.
Thatcher goes after Ruff, but Ciampa beats him up, and then he says, "Well, it's a fight." And where does he want to fight at? DJ.
In the Peach Pit.
He wants to fight in a pit.
In the fight pit. See you in the fight
The
pit.
motherfucking fight pit.
Fight pit.
Oh God.
Yep. I'm excited.
I like the first one.
Yeah, I'm
So,
excited.
Is this like Thatcher's specialty gimmick match though?
I guess so. Yeah.
Oh man,
Why not?
he should win it.
Yeah, absolutely.
He won the first one.
He should win them all. Ciampa doesn't know how to fight in a fight pit.
No,
Come on.
the innovator of the fight pit.
Yeah.
Timothy Thatcher.
Right.
Dexter Loomis is drawing again. Mm-hmm. And then it says, he draws Last Woman Standing for Ripley and Raquel
Yeah.
for New Year's Evil.
Okay.
Well, let's do it.
Yes.
Let's just beat the holy hell out of each other, please.
Right. Good way. Keep it no DQ. That helps Raquel. And they can do some crazy things, involve Dakota, that sort of stuff. I like it.
Yeah. Next match we have is Tyler Rust.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that right.
Yes.
Going up against Arya Davari. Uh-huh. Didn't know he was still employed.
I saw him and I was like, I know that guy. Huh.
I legit did not know he was still in the
Yeah,
company.
Good for that guy.
Yeah, right. Tyler Rust wins in about 4.5 minutes.
Yeah, it was like a
It was
an enhanced squash.
Yeah,
It was a little,
which is
little more
fine.
than- absolutely.
Which is fine.
You want to get this guy over? Tyler Rust looks great. I think he's also wrestling on New Japan Strong still.
yeah. I think
I
those
think
are
some of
still in
his-
the can,
those
and
are
he's
still
still
in the
wrestling
can.
there.
But he's got a good look, like if Pac was drawn by a person that knew how to draw anatomy and didn't want to make fun of somebody for giant ears. He's like if you took this is an incredibly
Oh, boy. I can't wait to see where
incredibly
this
deep
goes.
reference that I don't know anybody's gonna get. But if you took Pac and removed all the Meg Mucklebones from Legend out of his look,
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
you'd get Tyler Rust. Here, I'll bring you vamp a little bit. I'll bring up a picture.
Vamp? You want me to talk Vampiro?
No, yeah, I mean you can talk whatever you want.
I'll talk about Vampiro. Not for long, but
Yeah.
remember that time when he was with the Misfits? Mm-hmm. Remember that time when he was with the Dark Carnival?
Yes.
Good old Vampiro.
So this is the movie Ridley Scott's Legend, starring Tom Cruise and Tim Curry as the giant red devil guy.
if you say so.
Okay, that's Meg Mucklebones. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So if
sure.
you take what little that Pac looks like her, and remove it, you get Tyler Rust.
If you say so.
I do.
I'll go with it.
I think Pac could play Meg Knucklebones with very little makeup.
That's such a weird name.
It is.
They cut to Leon Ruff and says that he has a North American title rematch next week. Cool, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Karrion Kross cuts a promo. Well, it's not really a promo, but it's like a
I don't
backstage.
know. You said something about my wife. You did this or that or the other thing. I don't know. I don't remember it exactly.
Yeah.
It was a thing.
So it just says, like, you dug yourself in a hole you can't dig yourself out of now or something.
Right.
And, hey, because this was taped, I had the pleasure this week of skipping right through the fucking main event because it was Adam Cole and a scumbag.
Hey, this was a main event that even though I was watching it live, I just didn't pay attention to because I have no interest in watching Velveteen Dream matches.
Nope, not even a little bit.
Adam Cole, while I enjoy him, I think he has done just about all he can do in this side of the company right now. And him Velveteen again does nothing for me.
No.
So, but he won. So at least that's a thing. Adam Cole wins.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
And that was the end of NXT.
That's the end of NXT, for real.
Yeah, because I'm not going to waste my time watching.
Nope, we've established
watching
that.
assholes.
If this is your first time listening to us, we've established we will not watch Velveteen Dream matches.
Nope, certainly won't.
So,
well, I'm going to ask you the questions then.
Okay.
Match from each show, match overall, and show overall.
All right.
Hit me with it, partner.
AEW real easy. Butcher versus Pac. Loved it. Really great. Tons of fun. NXT little harder. Lots of squish squashes here. I guess Ripley Dakota. Probably on paper could have guessed that one too. But there wasn't really anything even that came close to a standout match on NXT. My match of the night is Butch Pac. Very easy. And my show of the night. I mean, I like some of the stuff they did on NXT, and I was really upset by the order of the show for AEW. It helps that I didn't watch either main event, so I don't have to hold them against each other. That was kind of nice, not planned. But I like the opening tag match on NXT. Man, I don't know. I guess because Sting did a Dusty Rhodes impression, and I like the Acclaimed music video, and I like Dustin. Yeah, AEW. Wasn't huge into either. Didn't think either put on a really great show. I think AEW had a really big opportunity to do that, and they didn't. And I get why. I think it's a little misguided. You also don't know what kind of audience you're going to get that much later. But AEW. How about you, pal? Where are you?
You can literally mark me across the board for everything.
Okay.
Because way too much redacted for me on NXT.
Right. Lots of redacted. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they're going anywhere, or at the very least.
At least 5 segments on that show.
Yeah.
Had somebody that I will not give my time to.
Right.
So, yeah, you can clean sweep me across the board. I will match up, show matches up as well.
Okay. Do we have ratings? Did we?
I don't. See, I didn't really look them up because they were aired at different times.
They weren't head-to-head, right.
So,
okay.
I don't know. I just give that one a wash, I guess.
All right, fine. I was wondering if AEW did better at that late night spot, or if NXT got a big bump from not being head-to-head.
I think I saw AEW still had more viewers.
Yeah. All right. Well, good for them.
Good for them.
We're both picking AEW, so season 2 totals puts us I'm at 27 for AEW. You're at 25 for AEW with 25 for NXT. I have 23 for NXT. You're split right down the middle.
Look at me.
Right down the middle. AEW's creeping back up on you, though.
Listen, I am very consistent.
And overall, that puts me at 30 for AEW,
30.
and 32 for NXT, and puts you at 29 for AEW and 33 for NXT. Creeping up, pal. Creeping up. AEW's creeping Creeping back into our shorts.
And I'm creeping in them. Ew.
Yes.
That sounded so weird.
It did, didn't it? Good. All right. So if we got nothing else, man, I guess I'm gonna get into the plugs here.
Yeah.
You know, it's Christmas. By the way, I missed it by a bunch of minutes, but Merry Christmas, friend.
Merry Christmas, you son of a bitch.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you to the count of 3 to get your ugly, yellow, no good keister out of my door.
1,
2, 3.
That was a good reenactment.
Thank you.
That was, what the fuck are we doing?
Hit some plugs really quick. Well, the social medias, and I'll hit some plugs. Wednesday War Pod at Twitter. Wednesday Night War Podcast on Instagram. Wednesday Night War Pod at Gmail. Wednesday Night War Podcast.com, where you can find the show on the Podbean. You can also find us at pwponderings.com and retweeted by PW Ponderings on Twitter at PW Pondering. We are also part of the soon-to-be-named network, soon-to-be-named-network.com, at STBN Network. They are our podcasting home, our original home, with all of our friends and podcasting brethren, with some talks. You got some talks of a crossover in the works for some WCW 2000.
If there's one thing you know about me,
Yes.
my love for WCW,
Yeah,
we go right to the year 2000.
it's true.
So Tim
Right.
from Final Wrestling Place, Adam Van from At Odds with Wrestling.
Yeah.
Let's strike this. Let's make this. Let's make the deal. Let's spin the wheel and make the deal.
And I will be on the A show eventually. Matt and Chris sent me the list of the roster for WCW 1992, where I will be doing they do a draft show bi-weekly, and I will be making an appearance there. But on the soon-to-be-named network, you can find our other friends, Longbox Heroes After Dark, At Odds with Wrestling, Profane Argument, Final Wrestling Place, Puzzle Warriors 3, the greatest podcast to ever hit the waves and be on hiatus, Porch Talk. Too cold out to do Porch Talk.
It's true. Grouch Talk.
Outside of soon-to-be-named network, you can check out our friends, the Pod That Dreaded Sundown, at Pod Sundown, for your horror movie needs, and at Cinema Vertigo Go. For the Cinema Vertigo Go podcast, our friends, I've made a few appearances in the past, and they do 2 movies a week. Some new, some classics, some old, some crazy, some foreign, some everything. But they're good people. Give all those guys a listen. And personally, if you want to reach out to either one of us, where you can see pictures of the cookies I decorated, I'm at the Dooge, TheDooge on Twitter. We can talk cookies. We can talk Christmas movies. We can talk Santa Sleigh if you want.
Yeah, and check out the special episode of At Odds this week where they review Santa Sleigh.
Oh.
Special Christmas episode
There you go.
for the boys.
Yeah.
All I know is I'm Santa Claus. I'm not fucking Dracula.
There you go.
God damn it.
Weird.
This weekend, if if you want to get away from your family a little bit, sneak away from them Saturday night if you're having some family festivities, and you're like, you know what I want to sneak away and do? Watch some independent wrestling. Go to independentwrestling.tv, Jerry's Internet Wrestling Emporium.
Yes.
Because live on Saturday night, they do have H2O Wrestling Nightmare After Christmas.
Okay.
If you want to get your ghoul shit on,
Ooh.
you could definitely tune
Who
in
wouldn't?
and use the promo code Mortis.
Yeah.
It'll get you 5 days free. There's a lot of weapons matches and anything goes matches.
Yeah.
King of Crazy matches. If you want to see people bleed a lot, tune in.
Okay.
But use that promo code Mortis and it'll get you 5 days free.
All right.
That's where you want to go.
I like it.
If you do watch the show, I don't know if I'll watch it, but
Okay.
if you want to tweet me about it,
Whoa.
hit me at BrettXEdge570 on Twitter.
Tweet them up.
Talk to me about that show. Talk to me about the Philadelphia 76ers being back and that big dub last night, baby.
Wow.
I don't know. Talk to me about the Great Muta because it was his birthday this week.
Okay.
So happy birthday, Great Muta.
There you go.
Where can they find you personally
I mean, I already said
Twitter.
that.
Did
so
you?
I did, yeah.
Oh man, I'm real lost, dude.
Yeah, you are.
Listen, I'm super fucking distracted.
I can tell.
Because I'm sitting in a fart buffet right now. All right?
It's true.
Your dog's got a stinky ass.
It's pretty rough. I don't know what's going on, but we'll get that figured out, I guess. I don't know.
It's
rough. It's a rough one.
I feel like it's like I don't know. What's like some weird fucking poisonous gas you could I don't know.
It's rough though.
I feel like I'm getting fucked up.
Well, that's
Did I break edge on dog
you
farts?
did. Yep, you're high on dog farts.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's true. What a great way to end the podcast. I'm really happy you brought it up. I really thought we'd make it through without it, but no, we didn't.
No, we can't.
No. All right. Well,
listen, man. Dogs poop.
that's true.
Dogs fart.
That's true. It's just nature, I guess.
Yeah. Just tell them that it's human nature.
Right. It's the perfect way. Well, AEW had the opposite of perfect way to start their show. We have the opposite of perfect way to end ours. Thanks for listening, everybody. Hit us up on social media. Hit us up on email. We're glad you're listening. We'll have a Merry Christmas.
And a happy holidays.
We're going to figure out what we're doing next week. Maybe the show will be a little late because of New Year's.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
But we'll see. But otherwise, we'll see you next week.
Yeah, have fun with your families. If not, I don't know.
Just be safe.
Yeah, please be safe, goddammit. Pro wrestling, let's go.
You're listening to the soon-to-be-named network, the Lamborghini of podcast networks.
Knock it off, nerds!